Wicker,
Here.
Bill Pendergraft,
Here.
I'm here. Attorney Jim Glenfield.
Here, ma'am.
We'll take a few minutes and look over the minutes from our last meeting. We'll need a approval and a second. And sign off on the minutes, please. Any discussions or changes?
Make a motion to accept, man.
Do we have a second? All right, thank you very much. Next item on the agenda, number 4, is tree removal at the turnaround. Recently, I met with TBA at the turnaround. We've got a couple of trees that are on the bluff between the cemetery and the turnaround itself that are widowmakers. They have fallen and they're lodged in other trees, and there's one that has washed out that we've gone ahead and cut the end of it off because it was sticking out in the pavement area. So I filed for a permit for tree removal, and we've got it back. And we'd like to proceed to have someone remove them because they are a danger in case, I mean, they could fall at any time. If somebody's parked in the area or whatever. So TBA would like for us to get them down. So I think we're talking about a personal service contract in the neighborhood of about $3,500, and the money, it should be appropriate for the money to come out of the Trail of Tears fund, don't you think?
Yes, sir.
That's the Trail of Tears side.
Make a motion.
A roll call, please.
Mayor Caddell,
Yes.
Ricky Haggard,
Yeah.
Carter Porter,
Yes.
Monica Wicker,
Yes.
Bill Pendergraft.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate TBA being expedient with us and getting our permit back to us where we can remove those trees. Item number 5 is, we earlier this year finished our 2020 audit. It was an extensive audit, took a good length of time, so we are really trying to conform to the state of Alabama regulations and get up to date with our audits and all that. Mr. Stanfield will present that.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and Council, I've got a resolution in front of you for an audit engagement for years 21, 22, and 2023, those fiscal years. And I'll get the resolution of reading for you tonight. Whereas the town of Waterloo desires to have the financial records of the town examined pursuant to the new requirements of the Municipal Audit Clarification Act 11-43-85 Code of Alabama requiring biennial audits. And whereas the mayor, with a convergence of the town council, had previously engaged Randall L. Hunt and Associates PC CPA to perform the statutory audit of the financial records of the town for the fiscal year ending September 30, 2020. And whereas the financial compilation of the fiscal year end September 30th, 2021 with financial audits of the years 2022 and 2023 is now required. And whereas Mayor Caddell now wishes to engage the town's certified public accountant, Randall L. Hunt and Associates, to perform and complete and report to the town council these required audits. Therefore, be it resolved that the council does approve the engagement of Randall L. Hunt and Associates, PCCPA, and that the mayor, town clerk, town attorney, and the town's independent accountant, Randall L. Hunt, be and are hereby requested, empowered, and authorized to perform and complete and submit the audit to the council at its first opportunity to review and acceptance of such audits for their reporting to the Alabama Department of Public Examiners Audit Repository, and directed to take any and all steps and best efforts to adhere to the recommendations and accounting practices for the town's future compliance with proper accounting procedures. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a follow-up to our previous audit. Mr. Hunt is diligent in trying to get us back completely up to date as to where we had been and completed with the 2020 audit, which was the hard one to do. Now we have a compilation to do for the 2021 with another complete audit for 2022 and 2023 that can be combined for those fiscal years. And since it is time for those, he is willing to do that. I would like for you to pass this resolution tonight so that we can be proffered an engagement letter by Mr. Hunt for these audits to take place. It will not be near as tooth-pulling as the previous audit was, and given the last audit should be a clean and responsible audit for us. And with that, I'll suggest to kind of get this moving along fast as we can, since I know y'all have been very interested in getting everything up to date as quick as you can. If we can have this for immediate consideration tonight, I would appreciate that. What that would inquire is a motion for immediate consideration, a unanimous vote, and then a motion for the audit and engagement of 21, 22, and 23. And again, even though pursuant to the Alabama Code, the mayor has the ability to hire personal services in terms of a town accountant, an attorney, engineers, various other services. Of course, that is at the behest of the council, who pays the bills. So that's why the mayor is always interested in putting this before you first as to how you go forward.
And after our 2020 audit was completed, Mr. Hunt did advise us that, after tax season, we should proceed with getting 21, 22, and 23, completed so that we would be where we really need to be.
That's right. And again, Mr. Mayor and Council, why I would like this to be for immediate consideration is that tax seasons always keep coming back around and accounts start getting busy. So the faster we can engage him to continue on, I think the better. Okay.
We have a motion for immediate consideration.
Absolutely.
Roll call vote, please. Go.
Yes.
Mayor Allen Caddell,
Take yes.
Ricky Haggard,
Yes.
Carter Porter, Monica Whitaker, Joel Pendergraft,
Yes.
Now we'll need a motion to adopt the resolution for the audit engagement letter. We have a second?
Mayor Allen Caddell,
Yes.
Ricky Haggard,
Yes.
Carter Porter, Monica Whitaker, Joel Pendergraft.
Yes.
Thank you, council, very much. Mr. Mayor.
This will hopefully get us up to be in alignment to where we really need to be from a financial standpoint with the state of Alabama. And that's been our pursuit and intention all along, to try to get where we need to be. Item number 6 on the agenda is, we have been doing a lot of work at the beach house property. It's in very good shape. The house especially has had a lot of attention in the last couple of months. But I'm just suggesting that sometime between now and maybe the Trail of Tears, we might invest in, having the campsite areas re-gravelled, and to, get them in better shape. I know we have a full house, for the 4th of July week, and then mixed in here and there afterwards. So it's not anything we have to do now, but I think it's something we need to be thinking about. And then also, I talked to the lady that's doing the murals at the school right now about painting us a sign to put on the road that indicates there, going down the drive to the beach house. It would say something in effect, Ezra Culver Park, Beach House, and campsites. And then for information, please contact and put the town hall number. And that way, at least people would have more understanding of what we have to offer there and the location of it. Because we do have people call from time to time and say, well, I didn't even know there was any campsites there. So, and at the price that they are, they're very nice, located on the water, and $20 a night is a very extensively nice rate for people that want to camp. So, if it's okay with y'all, I'll just have a discussion with her about what a sign might cost, and then we discuss it next council meeting or so. The next item on the agenda is 4th of July, and I talked to Ted Cabbage today, and I think he has everything in pretty good order, and Tanya has vendors lined up for that night, and it traditionally starts somewhere around 8:45-ish or so, somewhere around when it gets dark, 8:45 to 9 o'clock. And last year, we made a donation to the fire department of $1,000 to help them with their fireworks, the cost of the fireworks, and they had said if we could do that this year, it would be extremely beneficial to them, because it's like everything else. Inflation, the cost of stuff is not where it used to be. So, any discussion on that, or would somebody like to make a motion, or are most people in favor of us donating for the 4th of July?
Make a motion.
Have a second then. Have a roll call, please.
Mayor Caddell,
Yes.
Ricky Haggard,
Yes.
Ricardo Carter,
Yes.
Monica Whitaker,
Yes.
Joel Pendergrass.
Yes.
Is that $1,000?
Yes, ma'am. And traditionally, the 4th of July here has become a pretty sizable event. We've been drawing big crowds in the last few years, because, although when it started, people like to come here to get out of the crowd. Well, now we've got a crowd. So, but has been a good event for several years, and we like supporting it, and we appreciate the fire department putting it on each year for us. Item number 8 is our Kubota recently it would hang wide open and we couldn't get it shut off. The switch wouldn't cut it off, the seat wouldn't cut it off. So we, Danny Pounders that lives here, has been maintenance and worked at Robert St. Jones for about 20 years, and he has taken care of their equipment. So he came down and we had to replace the pump on it and the fuel solenoid on it, and put 3 injectors in it. It was bypassing and putting fuel in the oil system, and so it's a 16 model, and it probably was due, you know, a good tune-up, so he thought while we was doing it, we should go ahead and put the injectors in it since we had it basically tore down. So that came to a little over, you know, about $1,512, but we saved the labor because he and Philip basically, did it, and we've got one more part that's ordered, it's supposed to be in tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have it up and running, but it wasn't doing us any good sitting there, you know, so, hopefully it'll be in good shape for a while to come, but it has a little age on it now. So, but hopefully it will be back in good shape. Any comments from the council? Make anything? All right, for,
On the 4th of July, I wasn't here last week, you know, I guess y'all discussed it, when
it's on Thursday night before.
gonna do it on the phone.
That's what, yeah. May not be a lot of people at work on Friday, but that's, when they decided to, tradition, they, you know, don't have it on the 4th this time. And they thought a lot of people would take off on Friday, so being it the 4th, a lot of people are off on Thursday, people would take off on Friday. Any other thing, anything else? All right, for, my notes, the beach house, like I said earlier, we've done a lot of work to it, it's very nice now. We wanna kinda, here in the near future, have a little kinda grand opening of the beach house, and we need to be thinking about what we might wanna charge for people to stay there. We'll try to, next meeting, nail down, kind of what we think we need to, how we need to proceed with that, and, how if we want them to sign anything like they do for the campsites and everything else when they rent things from us.
How many people is like?
There's 2 queen-size beds in the bedroom now and a couch in the den, so in the future, if we want to expand it, it does have a cellar in it that Philip painted the floor and everything, it's been all cleaned out. Put a dehumidifier in there. If anybody wanted, you know, if we wanted to put bunk beds down there or something for something like that, but I'm saying basically 4 to 5. But it would definitely need a dehumidifier down there, cause it stays musty if there's not one. We've had one running down there and it's fine, but if you don't have it running, it's not, it does get musty.
The pear trees are awesome.
Huh?
The pear tree is awesome. The tree right next to
Oh,
it, it's a
yeah,
pear
yes
tree.
it is, yes. Tanya has started having several vendors to call about the trail tiers, and she's lining up all her stuff to do her annual mail out to all the vendors for that. The tennis courts, we're gonna try to get started on here in the next couple of weeks. And like I said, the last week we had somebody, in Florence to donate us $2,500 for the paint and everything that we're gonna need for the tennis courts. And so we have lights donated and poles donated, so we get that, accomplished. I think it would be a nice addition to the community. And we'll paint pickleball courts inside the tennis courts, so that's a big thing. For right now, that's the kind of the going thing. After that, we probably will move to the turnaround. We're gonna have to, make some adjustments to the flag posts down there. They were up when the storm came through several weeks ago, and it made 90s out of all the flag posts, just bent them over. So we're working on that at the moment too. And then, on a sad note, W.C. Sharp passed away yesterday. He was 95. I would say he'd been a figure in this community for a long time, especially here at the senior center, because I'll remember for every time I saw him here at the senior center, he was sitting in that same gold chair every time. And he was a very interesting man to talk to, for sure. Then we celebrated Maddie B's 90th birthday on May the 26th. She had a wonderful time and enjoyed all the attention that everybody was able to give her, and she appreciated everybody being here. And then recently, just a few weeks ago, the seniors took a trip to the Ark in Kentucky, and I understand they had a really good time and they enjoyed it. And then on June the 22nd of it, June the 22nd, from 5 to 8 that night, the seniors are sponsoring karaoke and a bean supper here at the community center. Kind of have one more thing I want to end up with, and something I had thought about, and so I want to present this to you. Due to the recent events, I thought it would be a good time to talk about community. So what is a community? It's a group of people that care about each other and feel they respectfully belong together. A group of people. A community always exists of people with real lives, real stories, real hopes, and real dreams. They care about each other. This is the absolute core of a community. The individuals in a group are not random strangers. They have relationships with each other. They care more about the people in this group than about the average person that they may meet in passing. When people care about each other, they develop trust. And trust allows for conversation, sharing, support, hope, safety, and much more. While most organizations in the world optimize toward external goals, communities strive for trust. Feel they belong. Communities address one of the most fundamental needs. We want to be accepted. We don't want to be lonely, and we want to know that we belong somewhere. Real communities give us the sense of home, a sense of family, and a sense of these are my peers. This is where I belong. In this group, I am being accepted for who I really am. Together, a community gives people a sense of shared identity. We are together. The sum is bigger than the individual parts. This shared identity matters because it takes the group beyond individual, thus relationships. It turns strangers into trusted peers through a proxy effect. Even though I don't know you, I trust you more than the average person because we are part of the same community and we share the same identity. Many of us express our interests, ambitions, and goals through the people we spend time with. Communities become part of our identity. Respect. Showing regard for one's abilities and worth. Valuing their feelings and their views, even if you don't necessarily agree with them. Accepting them on an equal basis and giving them the same consideration you would expect for yourself. Waterloo has stood as a community that values these characteristics. But with the influx of social media, some have chosen to tarnish this tradition by shedding a negative perception of our community. I appreciate and respect the response of people in this community to recent posts. We have a scenic landscape consisting of the Tennessee River, natural creeks, and flowing streams, and a management area for nature to thrive. A lifestyle that is very envious to many, and most importantly, people that have always contributed to help others in their time of need. I have spent my career in public service and appreciate the opportunity to be mayor of Waterloo. There is nothing more rewarding than to be able to give effort to help others in any endeavor. To see them smile and be happy is the most rewarding because it's a sincere appreciation. Going forward, let's try to shine a positive light on where we call home and be more diligent in showing love, kindness, forgiveness, and respect to others. Anybody else have anything? Have a motion to adjourn?
2 seconds.
Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor.
So,